This webcam is freaking out. I'm gonna have to shrink myself. Is that better? Alright, I think this is pretty good. Alright, let's start with the Master Row quest before 7.6. 7.2. Ral Majah has typed about an older adversary. Greeting, Drac'to. So good to see you. I was hoping you'd pay us a visit. The Lands God received word from the various nations you visited in your search for the treasures and requested that we inform you of the latest tidings. They also send their earnest regards for your efforts. It seems much of the 5 criminals have been brought into custody, although some have been tracked down after your... Although some had to be tracked down after your ground step. They are awaiting the judgment of the government they wronged. Governments, even. I thought all was well until I overheard some customers saying that the passage of the Unbound have new readers. I look kind of like a superhero now. The store was so busy that I couldn't find the chance to speak with them before they left, but I felt compelled to report what I heard to the Lands God. It was a sobering reminder that as long as the leader, Apiaha, is free, she can rebuild and scream again. You must have learned about the organization's workings during your search. Do you remember anything that might help us find out what she's up to? I mean, these are all true. Were they? Now, the Landsguard dug up some information that might be related. One of those apprehended said that the passage of the Unbound received their funding from a shady mercantile outfit located in New Dawn. If Apiala still has monetary means, it wouldn't take much to recruit new leaders for new schemes. Evil deeds come all too cheap. Crime does pay, but it's cheap. I have an idea. If Apiala really is recruiting members, we would feign interest in her cause to get close to her. You might be onto something. You even have a man she's never had the pleasure of meeting, Drac'to. I know we've asked a lot for you, but any information you can extract from Apiahi and her new cohorts would prevent further incidents. What do you say? I can do that. You are very grateful. We are very grateful. A small warning, however. You know 5 treasures were stolen, but there could be more. Wherever you do, don't free up Piala lightly. I suggest finding out what power she has at her disposal and what her goals are before making your move. Show me your moves! Which reminds me, those you aided are most eager to see Apiahi and Priant, so tell them you're hot on her tail. For now, why don't you travel to Urda and ask around? Perhaps our quarry has already recruited the disillusioned in her ranks. Oh god, I have two good movies. You know what? Let's save the money and I'll check if I can get some more GP MGP. That's really, maybe can't give it much time to do it. I don't know. It'll be fine. There was a bust. God damn you, 14. Oh god. That man is wearing no clothes. Villains! You wish to topple a nation of the world? I'm afraid I don't. I haven't heard of such a group, but there are no soldiers or complaints about the autonomy. Most common the gripes about market fees to hear the merchants tell it. Every one of them is a single bad bargain away from an empty coin purse. You can't say they'll go so far as treason, though. Oh, baby. Shifty-eyed bloke. All shifted in there. Usual, you mean? Well, just so happens these strange man tried to strike up a conversation with me not too long ago. Said he looked like how eager I gave those bastards in the Blast Blade a piece of my mind. Invited me to a gathering of people who sought true freedom, as he put it. I didn't like the smell of it, hence you find me here. Oh, these and they won't think them down. I don't know the name Apyali, but I do know a strange man. Each day, he stands aloof, staring at passerbys with these dead eyes. Last I saw him, he was near the market board. Oh, it makes my stomach churn just to imagine him. He might still be there. It seems a suspicious man has been recruiting disgruntled citizens for an unknown purpose. Perhaps you can get his attention by showing how angry you are near the market. I like that. Now you can just press the button here. Also, I don't look like a typical man. You there, mind letting me bend your ear? I sense you are a kindred soul, spirit, one who's tired of being trampled on by the high and mighty. I think there's a place for you in our organization, the Passage of the Unbound. You might have heard tell of strange artifacts being used as to incite unrest across the world. That was our doing. The oppressed finally striking back at the oppressors to win back the freedoms they took from us. But we mean to aim even higher, and for that we need more good men and women to lead us. Lead us. And like you. Down with the oppressors! Ah, I like your gusto. Mayhap you have what it takes. Mayhap you don't. Either way, you'll have to pass the audition first. You want a seat at the table? Prove your worth, your why. Our why. One of our own is standing by the gold cat court. Show him this handbill and he'll lead you where you need to go. That a lady or dude? That looks like a dude, but dressed like kind of like a lady. I don't know. What do you want? Yeah, it's a dude. So you wish to lead others onto the path? You're welcome to try. A fair warning. This may be the hottest trial you've ever had to endure. Are you loins properly girded? The enthusiasm will take you far. Now then, follow me. The audition will be held in this room. Even those with the blackest hearts have balked at what we put our potential leaders through, so I'll be listening to your progress with great interest. Well, I am a viper. Enter. Rough voice. I live with Zero. Can you hear it? The cries of children too young to know fear. Can you see it? The black birds in flight, its wings tearing the azure skies. Staining even. Can you feel it? The shape of the world as it should. Well, if it's a dude, I'm gonna do a video of course, but for now it's small. Should be molded by hands free of fetters. The passage to the new morrow leads. They holding food? The passage to the new morrow before you. For you, the passage to the unbound. And with that, let us begin the audition for our new round of leaders. May the selection committee please take their seats. Why are they... Food-based villain. She's still very pretty. You look disappointed somehow. I understand you expected to meet our founder. My apologies, but you'll need to prove yourself you are granted such an audience. Now, tell us your name. Drac'toTsohg. Well done. The passage of the Unbound worked in the shadows. Works in the shadows. And our true names will remain hidden until our revelation can have the most dramatic of impact. On the next question, why do you wish to join us? My friend joined up, so I said why not? I see. So you spied an opportunity and a chance of occurrence and sought to grasp it for yourself. We require such qualities in our leaders. Enough about your ambitions. What can you do? I'm a devil at Dome and Mahjong. I'm just doing this silly. A man after my own heart. Dome and Mahjong is a game of prudence, foresight, deceptive tactics, and bold attacks. Any leader of ours must be and is feared as the game table as they are away from it. That's enough questions for now. Methinks let's see if this one has the guts to stand against the entire nation. The traitor's curse sold us to our enemies. Chop off his head, will you? That is not a right weapon to chop someone's head off with. Oh, what's wrong? Having second thoughts? I refuse the order. So you saw through my little ruse. How insightful. You played the traitor most convincing of me, my boy. Now, you may leave. And let's see. Oh yes, your final task. Strike a pose that captures your essence. Go. Do a dance. Do a little dance. The dynamis! It's activating! Oh my, such confidence, such grace! They're quite literally emanating from you. It's the dynamis. Oh, I should have put on my eye patch. Oh, I don't have my eye patch on. I believe we're ready to make our decision. Oh god, if they could put the robotic eye as a glasses thing, it'd be great. Great. You truly are singular. You truly are a singular amongst the other applicants. We can confidently say you've passed the first edition. Even hard-boiled Charlotte. Charlotte? Even the hard-boiled Chart. So Lafitte nearly cracked under the pressure of our inquiries. But you remained composed throughout. Congratulations on your impressive feat. Our agents await without to guide you on your next step. Election candidates at this time. If you feel quite pulled the wool over, if you feel you've pulled the wool over our eyes, good. This just shows our capacity for villainy. Your capacity for villainy. Be proud of it. I can see in your eyes that you've been through more than I can imagine. Hold on to your anger and use it to bring the tyrannical rules down to earth. Rulers, even. You thought we'd welcome you into a full after a single audition? I'll have you know our standards are higher than that. By the way, if you have failed back there, I'd be guiding you to combat training right now. And never have too much fodder for the cause, after all. How many have been where you've gone? But don't celebrate just yet. Hardest part is still to come. Actually, I should go check on my laundry. The unbound agent is ready to share your next imposing views. You must endure one final test and see as how important it is. Our founder will be conducting it herself. She is here. She was here a moment ago, but something compelled her to leave for the Salgalis desert. Always has her followed the slightest whim. Show some initiative and find her amongst those heavy dunes. Don't be intimidated if you who truly want and meant to lead us. Fate arranged this meeting long ago. Heard that in a while. Oh, this one gives me the pose. Oh, she has a small mushroom following her. That's neat. Shake. Spin. Now come. You're electing those for me. Good boy, good boy. It worked as well as I remembered. No beast is too great for the artifact's influence. What are you doing here? Do you fancy a stroll amongst the nondescript sand dunes? Or is this not a chance encounter? Is that so? My underlings see potential in you. Ah. Well then, let us proceed straight to introductions. Architect, the architect of the passage. Alpali. That's a pose. If you wish to be one of my chosen leaders, there is but one requirement, unbound charisma. Extraordinary strength and unparalleled intelligence mean nothing if you lack charm. No one will follow a bull. Yet, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Yet spoken with the right tremor, even the wicked words can resonate with small folk and rouse them to action. They'll gladly throw themselves into the thick of battle for a cause they believe in. Alcott. I did well in forming my first carrot of liters. Their absolute devotion to indulging their own desires moved me to tears. For all their faults, I still wholeheartedly believe they were worthy of wielding the artifacts. Makes me believe the same about you, and I shall gladly take you under my wing. This lady's weird. Pretty hot. Now, now's your chance to impress me. Tell me, what do you wish to gain by overthrowing the nations of the world? Listen well, many dreams be dead in silence. If you wish to see your desires realized, you must be bold in expressing them. As for me, I only want one thing, freedom. My village prosperous amidst nature unrestrained, while those in it were bound by the rules of society. Our roles were determined at birth. Some would hunt, some would weave, but none were allowed to follow their hearts. Obedience meant a life without hardship, yes, but I couldn't suffer the task I was burdened with. So in defiance of those stifling customs, I went into the forest to hunt, and returned to my village with a prey mightier than any that had been caught before. For this I was the reward of an exile. Yet my banishment was a blessing in disguise, for it helped me realize I could survive. I could thrive unbound by rules. I also understood that many like-minded souls yet had suffered under the subjugation of state. I resolved to become an example they could follow, to build the passage that would guide them to freedom. But enough about myself. There's something I wish to see. Follow me, but be wary of the beasts that infect these sands. Gotta love to see her walk away. As I said, beasts abound in these parts. I could kill them myself, but this presents an opportunity. Let us commence the practical exam. Defeat these creatures by whatever means are at your disposal. That was fine show of strength. Fine enough to impress the meek into following you, I dare say. Very good now. Follow me. We are not far now. Damn, you walked right through me. Here we are. I heard the stars are breathtaking from this vista. Vistage? In Uldar, they would charge you to view the sky from a place like this, as if there wasn't enough hands grasping at our coin purses. Let us wait a while and see the stories, if the stories are true. Indeed, it is as every bit as beautiful as they say. It was a worthwhile trek, won't you agree? The light from these stars travel all the way from the edge of the firmament, obscured by nothing on its journey free. I believe people have the same capacity. Each of us are stars unto themselves, the light of our lives illuminating the furthest reaches of the heaven. Ah, yes. You've passed by the way. I knew I wanted you with me soon after our first meeting. Friends and allies gravitate towards you, don't they? I can tell. And so to honor your induction to my inner circle, I shall reward you with an artifact of power unequaled. It's what I would say to you. Unfortunately, my stack of magical objects have been much depleted of late. Are you truly so crestfallen? I suppose I cannot fault you for staying true to your ambitions. The artifact wielded by the previous cadre was plundered from across the continent of Torel, where they were enshrined as objects of great power. Alas, we have greater need of them. Mine, however, came into my possession long before that. After I was exiled, I traveled the world to see a place that was truly free. Disillusioned by every nation I set foot in, I eventually came across the ocean to Tyrol. In the remote outskirt of Tyrol, I came across ancient and forbidden ruins, forgotten ruins, and within I encountered the spirit of the who called himself the Wise One. I asked the Wise One where I can find freedom, and he told me this story. When I yet lived, my people ventured into Zakral, but before we could settle here, a terrible sickness struck, and one by one, many lost their lives. I sought a way to conquer this affliction, crafted an instrument that could harness the power of mighty beasts. Thus was the first treasure created. Alas, I was too late to save my brethren, yet I knew I could save others from our fate, and so I traveled across the lands, bestowing the treasures on the struggling tribes. I wish to create a place where people bereft of a home can live as they wish. Such treasure could help us realize this dream. A moment. God. Am I back up? Or is my thing being weird again? Okay, there we go. I wish to create a place where people Alright. Your conviction is plain to see. That is true. 5 treasures have I bequeathed, but there is one which remains sealed away. Its power far too dangerous. My conviction means I can wield it. My conviction. I've had this heroic voice, got it. My conviction means I can wield it responsibly. I beg you, bestow the treasure upon to me. My conviction. My words must have swayed him, because the spirit final act was to honor me with the relic before disappearing. I will use the power entrusted to me to shatter the rules that stifle us. This is why I create the passage of the Unbound. And now, you are one of its leaders. Stand by my side, and together we shall release the people of this world from their chains. God damn it. You know, that's not a hero pose, that's more of a villain pose. The face, the eye. God damn it, the camera freaked out because I did the eye pose. I do not initially intend to spend so much time in these wastes. Do ensure your master the pose I showed you. Although I've only recently invented it, I expect many members to be capable of striking it at a moment's notice. With that, I cordially welcome to the passage of the Unbound. Pose of the Unbound. Now that the night sky has energized us, it's time to take action. Our goal is no less than to see every nation of the world crumble. Yet we must start somewhere. I was struck by how much has changed during my recent visit to Torol, when I gathered the first group of my chosen leaders. At the time I encountered the Wise One, no ruler had unified the continent. Under one banner, uncertainty was in the air. But now, we the scent of freedom. I have never seen a place quite like it. So much did it infuriated me, intrigued me, in the fact that I adopted a Chitona name for myself. Yet now the same freedom that I found such appealing is bound by the restrictions of state. And every day that passes, these bonds grow tighter. This is why our first course of action shall be to return Torol to what it once was, to liberate from the tyranny of Toroliolo. While my previous leaders were avatars of self-indulgence, they never quite grasped the concept of overthrowing a nation. It falls to us to set a precedent for future leaders to follow. To Torol and get the lay. Go to Torol and get the lay of the land. Venture to Histaleo in Shalone and rendezvous with my enforcers at the local tavern. You may await further orders there. Upper scheme as Leber, you must return to inform Rul Maju in Toroliol. Drac'to, you are returned. Were you able to track down Yahi? I see. Her method of testing the merits of her would-be leaders are as unique as the candidate, as the candidates themselves. Yet learning her next target is Toroliolo only makes this sinking feeling in my stomach worse. There, these revelations don't come as complete surprise, you see. We've heard whispers of a plot against the city, and have been aiding the Landsguard with investigating leads. While you were abroad, some familiar faces showed up to lend a hand. Oh, speaking of withdrawal. Wife? Who do? Another wife? Too late. Well, Barak B, who sent word you meant to pursue Apiala, we were eager to join the hunt. Yet, right as we were arranging a ship to cross the ocean, we spied a suspicious crew disembarking at the port, and decided we might better aid you by tracking their movement. They claim to be looking for work. Obtained permission to travel to Shalone. Yet, upon arriving, they went to work of a different sort, asking everyone they could find about Toliololo and its inner workings of its government and defenses. We are not bothering the people of Shalone. They off about in Hesatayi. The master of the tavern there said the group spent long hours talking to our patron, rarely opening a thing, and going on about some plan. Clearly they are enforcers, he mentioned. We need to find out what they're planning, and now Apiali's treasure fits into the picture. Then we can figure out how to stop them. Let's split up. If these enforcers, why am I going to Swedish? Why can't I do Spanish? I was able to do it earlier. Let us split up if there's enforcers. If these enforcers are as toxic as they are seen, I'm sure it won't be hard to eavesdrop. Let me help too. I have an idea that might make things easier. But it requires Drac'to's aid to aid us. I hope you can oblige. Look at me. Then it's settled. Lofshakana, Epika, and I will work to uncover the nature of the Apiali's treasure. These link pearls should into the link pearls shall make it easier to communicate. I brought them from the foreign sailor. I knew you'd come in handy. I knew they'd come in handy sooner rather than later. Alright, once you've discovered something, we'll meet up at the Aetherite Plaza in Hestelatiwa. Now then, follow me and I'll tell you about the plans of mine. What clever plan does she have in store? I have something that will make our plans a lot easier. The Dawn Weaver's cocoon. The village elder understood how much it means to me to bring the unbound to justice for their crime, and entrusted me to do so once and for all. You meet this Apiahi in the flesh, yes? That means you can use the cocoon to imitate it. Is that... it can do that? Why, I was ready to use stealth and deception, but this would make getting the information we need much easier. Right thinking exactly. But it will all be for nothing if Apiahi reaches here before we do. So let us make our way to Estiel Tawa at once. I should do the Corn Servant quest line. Ah, wrong button. Hiking through the countryside. I took a peek inside and saw a few rough-looking types who didn't sound drolly gathering around one of the tables. Doubtless they are our target. There's no one fitting Apiala's description, so she probably hasn't arrived yet. This is our chance. We can hear everything out here. We can hear everything from out here, so we'll keep in watch case Apiahi makes her appearance. If she does, we'll call you a link pearl. Alright, Drac'to. Take the dream weaver cocoon in hand, and in your mind's eye, envision the wicked lady, woman. To return to your transfigured form, if you move too far away, look to the map to transfiguration area of effect. If necessary, speak with Sukiyaki to restore the transfiguration. Look at that. Boss, wait. You told us not to trust anyone, even yourself. If you are what you said you are, then do the pose. We're all got sore arms from practicing it so much. No one but you can strike a pose half as inspiring. We've been waiting, boss. Now that you're here, means the time to mobilize, right? Have you done what I asked? I think we have it memorized. Still, it couldn't hurt to review what you told us. We'll launch our attack from the gate of Turo. Cerulean barrels will blow it to bits in a fantastic explosion. And Eletrier's coronation concoction will give us the strength to crush the Landsguard like ants. A simple plan for simple villains, don't you think? Keep pressing them for information, Drac'to. And how will my artifact? Well, what do you be having? A fine libation, sir. Lift my spirits. What? You're actually ordering something. You told us the free don't have to spend coin just to sit at the table. We have to buy time. Keep the henchmen talking. Are you there? Excuse me, I wouldn't go in there. The drinks are more water than spirit. Is that so? Good thing I am not thirsty. No, the food is no good eater. They're sold every ditch. What? And they have the gall to remain open? Greed run amok, indeed. Luckily, I wasn't planning to order anything. I'd rather die than become a paying customer. Have you no shame? There was something else? I didn't think there was. We're supposed to shore up our numbers, right? You said the artifact of yours can give us an army. Well, did it? Drac'to, get out of there. She's coming in. Change. Oh, you're already here. You move quickly. To the pose. Well, that means we can get started a little all the sooner. Once Torioliolo crumbles to our wrath, together we shall celebrate the return of true liberty to Torol. Now, see to your preparations and then join us upstairs. We strike when I give the order. Yeah, go check my laundry again. She's even more devilish than I imagined. I can scarcely wait to see her in shackles, but I have a hasty misstep and quickly ruined the lead. That was close. I don't know what would have happened if we were found out. We couldn't help. We couldn't hear We couldn't hear what you were saying when we were trying to distract them. Oh God! Wrong throat. It went in wrong throat. Oh God! Oh. Papiahi. Did you get any weak news? That's great. Tentoa and the others have yet arrived themselves. Let's go meet them. I heard you transfer into Yahi herself. The very powers of the treasure never ceases to amaze. While we are somewhat unfamiliar with the world outside Dawntrail, we were able to gather some information which could be useful. The cocoon is safe with me. I heard you ran into Yahi at the tavern. Tell us everything that's happened. I see. Our plan is to strike Liolo from Shalone's side. Then we can focus our defense there. She said her minions spoke of an army being summoned by her treasure. That matches the story we heard. It was told to us by one of the Vipers. We hope their expertise in tracking deadly beasts such as the Droll. The very source of our treasure's power might provide insight on the capabilities of hers. Apparently they recently reported that monsters across Tyrol were only under the thrall of a Ketona woman. Even the most feral of beasts obey her like a docile lamb. The treasure must give her that power. Well, we now know what our enemy is capable of. I've heard that some animals hunt by hypnotizing the prey with sound, smell, or some magical energy. Perhaps the Droll, those essence lies in her treasure was one of those, but it's difficult to say which. Even so, we know that Yahi's plan and the threat we face. We can prepare for whatever we must throw. He must throw at us. We'll cut her advance to Zorgol the Boundless. We will cut off her advance at Zorgol the Boundless. We'll take everything we have to drive her back. But if we fight as one, neither her nor her beasts will take a single step into Tyrol. Stay here for a while to keep an eye on her. If Yahi makes a move, I'll contact you at once. Can you tell Rul Maju what we've learned? bring an army of beasts at our doors? There's no little time to prepare. There's so little time. And if the treasure can bind Barrister's beast to its will, we must consider the possibility it can be used on people too. I'll bring the information to the Land Guard at once, and they might begin readying the city's defense. I hope neither you nor they will let a single citizen come to harm. This is it, Drac'to. With any luck, Apiahi and her cronies will soon be languishing in cellars. You see, Kentoana was keeping watch in Estatua. I suppose no news is good news. Abiyahi and her minions are preparing to depart. It is time. Everyone, we make our stand before the gates of Turoliolo. And here I was hoping that Apiala would turn herself in. Well, I suppose she'll just have to be brought in by force. She might have treasures, but she doesn't have our allies, and she certainly doesn't have you. Today we stop the Unbound, and tomorrow we will return to welcome Adon and Turoliolo free of their chateau. I saw the Unbound on leave Piestawa. They should be here any moment. If our guess about the treasure's power is correct, this will not be an easy fight. My bow will aim true, I promise. Although the circumstances that brought us together were less than fortunate, I am confident that in the end we will be stronger than them. We won't allow the passage of the Unbound to wreak havoc on Turoliolo. They, Apiahi, and her ilk answer for their crimes. The progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event you who are defeated, you will be able to try again from most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or roles, or log out from the game, process will be lost. Progress even. Oh, 730 is the eye level. Oh, damn. They're here. I knew you were coming up here, higher. You and your gang of thugs won't be going any further. So you've chosen to join the other sheep, have you? How disappointing. I offered you as much more than the life of a lapdog. I never intended to fight by your side. Yeah, of course you would say that. You are Eorzea's savior, after all. I knew it from the moment I saw you, and I suppose now you've asked yourself why I was coming with my plans. I want you to see what we fight for, to realize the beauty of true freedom and devote yourself to the pursuit of our allies. Alas, your allies only followed you because the treasures has them in its thrall. No one would willingly follow such a reckless leader. Interesting. You think I have the power to command others against their will? Well, don't you? Oh, you are far more foolish than I believe. I will never rob any of their freedom. She's gone. Not gone, here. The beast approached from the Leon's side. But how? We committed too heavily to this side, and now she strikes at our blind spot. We must open the gate. The path to new tomorrow lies ever before us. We need only to be brave enough to walk in. Walk it. Like walking to the end? Again walking? I did that once. Leave this to us, sir. You tend to the others. I have to take care of these beasts before. Ladies? Pressure. machinations by all. Can I help you out, lady? That's not that. No, my poor, pitiful pet. Guys. Don't think you have won. You're stronger. To be sure, you're strong, to be sure, but so is this. Nico Braka! Get over here, young lady. Rings of life! You survived that? I must have underestimated you. And while defeating you would be quite the feather in my cap, No, my Transam! Anything that will obscure the freedom where I aim to create will be destroyed. Must you insist on being a thorn at my side? I would like the thorn yours. I mean, what? Very well then. I shall plant the banner of evil onto the corpse of Eorzean's hero, and the meek shall flock to me. Make my fervent desires manifest, Grant me the power to seize undying freedom. The architect, Apiyahi. Make my monster grow. No! Sabatender, bro! What has she done to you? I should have just left. At least I have a midway point. Wield my power. This is why I enjoy epic games like this. Then I do the cycle throw. No, not the mushroom pet. It seems I must admit defeat. Yet know this, I do not believe the ideals of which I fought was misguided. Think back upon the leaders who came before you, the 5 self-serving souls who dared to live as they pleased. Weirdo. He's cute. Weirdo. Weirdo. Also weirdo. Each one on the perfect image of liberty. Yet ultimate perfection cannot be achieved without ultimate power. This is why we fought. We have become villains to tear down the world's nations and their stifling rules so that the voiceless many may speak again. What allows you to feel this? What makes you feel this way? Drac'to has told me already, surely. Told you already, surely. That the exile that embodies my hate. Exile that embodied my hatred for meaningless restrictions also led to my awakening. I couldn't have known true freedom without it. But as I traveled the world, I noticed the same thing everywhere I went. That the many were bound by the few. In Anya, citizens are discouraged from joining hands with their neighbors. In old Daw merchants craft laws to exert their control over others. Even in Limsa, once lawless pirates are made to bow to the state. Still, need I say more, the countless Guardians who were tricked into sacrificing themselves when their church fanned the flames of war. The people of the East, those whose entire lives are determined by the outdated customs and form. I had to go west to find what I sought. Here in Tyrol, I lived a life unbound. Or so I thought. After a terrible tragedy, I was forced to find a new home once again. Terrible. What happened? I was scarcely say it. I was asked to pay for my lodging. Hey, you mean you haven't been paying all along? Why should I have to trade coin for a roof over my head? In my village, charging for something was unthinkable, as long as one followed the rules, that is. For the first time in my exile, I questioned my path. I convinced myself that taking care of my drunken sisters, night after night, weren't as bad after all. Where did you live again? No, that doesn't matter. Surely if you can't accept trading labor for housing, you can understand the reason behind trading coin for it. No, money is just another rule that used to control us. A rule that I won't accept. I was forced to live on the streets. In my tent, I plotted the rebellion would start with me and end with the authority of every nation in tatters. Yet one day, after long hours of sowing discontent, I returned to find my tent gone. In its place, the sign that read "No Vagrancy." The last thing you owned was gone in an instant. That can't have been easy. I can understand your perspective, Apai, Yahi, but a world where everyone did what they pleased would soon fall to chaos. Laws are the only things which keep us from that. And I know firsthand what it is like to be bound by old rules. Rules purpose are sometimes baffling. But you don't have to follow them blindly. If you're dissatisfied, you can work to change them. You can speak. What do you speak of Apiyahi? Is not freedom, it is self-indulgence. So you're saying if I change the law, I can do whatever I please? Not a word got through to her. Talking anymore would just be a waste of breath. It's time to put her in chains. This is all you're doing, isn't it? It's time for you to join the rest of your minions. I won't resist, but this isn't over. Those who share my vision will hear of this injustice and they will carry on my legacy. The passage of the unbound shall remain open forevermore. Judging by how her face was mostly composed of wild, her forces were composed of wild beasts, I take it Apiahi couldn't send many of her henchmen to Tyrol. Perhaps Virazal's resources has finally ran dry. Freedom that harms others is no freedom at all. Living in a society has its challenges, but it allows us to support each other as a group. Society. I knew everyone who admired Ella Rita would have twisted morals, but even so, I'm shocked by the depths of Apiahi's depravity. Finally, the Unbound is enchained. Do you think Drac'toTsohg will be proud of me? Your bravery was inspiring everyone. Apiahi is in the custody of the Landsguard and her treasure is destroyed. Without their leader, the secret weapon, the Unbound may well and truly be finished. We'll return to Zigbiati and let Urulmaju know about our victory here. I'm with you. Why must I walk by myself? I heard all of your battles with the passage of the Unbound. Leave it to you. Leave it to you all to not only capture the leader, but do so without anyone in Toroliolo coming to harm. By the way, mages from the Wings of Protection have inspected the remains of the beasts you found. Their discoveries were surprising to say the least. They weren't actually individual organisms you see, but a collection of its fungus that has taken the form of familiar creatures. The mages concluded that the Rovijrol sealed within the treasure was likely once a fungus itself. This explains the sighting of Apiahi traveling with a beast of all sorts at her beck and call. She built her army by finding the fiercest creatures she could and recreate them with the power of the treasure. But you stood together. You stood against the army without a shred of fear in your eyes. As a token of gratitude, you're all welcome to tacos on the house whenever you are in town. Speaking of which, I hear Kotowa and the others will soon be returning to their respective villages. Goodbyes are always bittersweet, but I'm sure they'll love to speak with you one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, every time I come to Zigbiati, I'm amazed by all the different kinds of people gathered around its table. I wish there was a place like this in my village. This short time together with you has reminded me of Wizulim and Zarig. I wonder how they fare. Perhaps I'll write them a letter and find out. I want to spend some time in Toroliolo's market before I return home. I've been thinking a spare pair of spectacles might be a prudent purchase. It seems my parents fell in love with the tacos here while they awaited my return from Daphnia. I'm sure they'll be happy if I bring some home with me. I neglected to mention this earlier, but I was able to convince everyone back home to stop relying on the cradle. My sleepless days are over. I've been busier than ever. I've looked to Ishgard's Knights to inspiration as to build solidarity amongst the villagers. We train together and take turns on watch, amongst other things. Loz and Niwa are no longer needs to spend their days abed, and sometimes joins us in our drills. I bet this new life won't be the same without him. A new life in which we both owe you thanks. Drac'to, well, we keep striving to follow the example you set. My people have accepted the fact that we cannot always rely on the heartstring, and even now trained to build our natural resistance to various toxins. It took some time to figure out the right amount to use, and I admit there are some close calls, but luckily the heartstring was at our disposal. Yet I believe that our strength lies in our ability to conquer heartstring. I hope one day we trust our own ability. That being said, it's been some time since I've had a meal that wasn't laced with poison. I'd forgotten how delicious food can be. The others will be glad to hear how key the weaver's cocoon was to our success. And though it seems Apiahi recognized you from the moment you met, it didn't make a difference, did it? It just reaffirms for me that you're more than your renown as a hero. I still aspire to become a hunter worthy of Itowa's legacy, and I know it will take a lot of time and a lot of hard work. For now, I'm focused on keeping my village safe. But I won't stop there. Keep your ears to the ground, Drac'to, for someday you might hear the tales of Huiaki, a hunter true. Everyone was so brave. My heart always started pounding when the fighting begins, but I didn't need to worry. Since I'm here in Toriolo, I'll do the markets before I return to my village. Now I almost forgot. Pokulja sent me letters. Sent me a letter. He said the authorities have taken his circumstances into account and decided to be merciful. He'll be released soon, and just as promised, my village will be the first place he visits. Everyone's looking forward to greeting him with open arms, but Hyuja agrees to be our protector. Once we can come to Toroliolo more often, then we can come to Toroliolo more often. I think the origins of the treasure lies within Yokiwi. Even when with such dominating strength as they possessed, they sought still more, and their very survival was at stake. My people were afraid of the apex, and so sealed it away within our treasure. But over time, the treasure became feared as the beast within it. Thus, we never considered using it as a tool to aid us. I've been training hard, and I hope someday I can help my people view the treasure with a new perspective. It might be a while, but we'll get there. I'm already stronger than last time we met, right? Huh. You don't have to answer, but trust me when I tell you, you won't know that we won't take the easy road like Varzanan. Every bit of progress will earn through hard work. On that note, as much as I'd like to stay, I suppose we all have homes waiting for us. Let's say our farewells to Baku Eve and Rule Maju. I'm glad you got to catch up with everyone. Shall we begin the party to close then? Be well, everyone. I'll bring Lowe's and Kua next time. I want her to meet the people who help us. Stop by my village if you're ever in the region. I'll treat you to freshly hunted boar. Everyone get home safely. We'll meet soon again. I hope I was able to pay back the debt I owe you, if only a little. If you ever need help, again, you know how to reach me. Well, I'm gonna reach you. I mean, what? It was a long and trying road, but the treasures are finally back to their rightful place. And the passage of the unbound, with no one to lead their bigger numbers, will fade into obscurity. I'm sure we'll hear no more from them again. Here's the peace in Turo. Rules. Society's basic considerations. We need them. Those pathetic bastards don't even see the yoke around their necks. Did you see how nobly Apiella fought? As long as I can remember that sight, I will never turn away from the path she showed us. It's up to us to continue what she started. We don't need those artifacts to bring down nations. We'll find a whole new kind of weapon. The passage of the about shall remain, and ever open, and we will be there to guide others unto it. There's more of you? Criminals over here! By gods, run! We can't be caught here! That Lalafell's really running. Cattle carrier will always be my passion. But because I got this, sweet justice. Sweet justice. Passage. For the passage. A passage unbound. Rebound. Alright. 2 hours. 4. I've done the things I need to do. Alright, that is it for me for now. I will not be back until Sunday, where hopefully I'll have Persona reload it back up. If not, it'll be more. We'll see. Maybe Marvel Rival. I might do Monday Rival. Monday Marvel Rival from now on. We'll see. Thank you for watching. If you can, like and subscribe for good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Goodbye.